Today has been a very interesting day for the Wendy Williams name and brand. All right. It is August the 17th. The year is 2022. And today there were several articles published that hit social media and the interwebs about Wendy Williams, ranging from Debmar Mercury and representatives of Debmar Mercury and ex-staff members finding empty alcohol bottles in the walls of the studio, to Wendy Williams allegedly calling some of her famous friends and wanting them to boycott the Sherri Shepherd show. Okay. So according to OK Magazine, right, .com, months after the final episode of Wendy Williams' long-running talk show hit the airways in mid-June, it seems that Wendy Williams is still less than thrilled about her TV replacement. Now, you guys know that the Wendy Williams show was officially canceled. Their final episode was in June this summer. And Sherri Shepherd has gotten a new show that is supposed to be airing, I think, in September, sometime next month, right? So it's being alleged that Wendy Williams has contacted some of her famous friends and advised them to steer clear of Sherri Shepherd's upcoming self-titled talk series, which is set to take over her Fox time slot, right? We all know Wendy Williams is not doing well, all right? We've seen her out and about, not really making any sense, doing unnecessary interviews, not stringing together coherent sentences long enough for me to be convinced that this Wendy Williams Experience podcast is actually going to be taking flight. I don't think that it's going to happen. Check out my previous video. I go into detail and give my further opinion. But let's go dive deeper into this OK Magazine article. So it goes on to read, Wendy has been calling her friends and saying, don't go on the Sherri show and don't promote it. This is what a source recently spilled, adding that Williams has also reportedly spoken to, quote unquote, all her favorite Real Housewives friends about potentially boycotting the program. Despite these alleged efforts, it seems Williams will still likely see many of her pals appear on Sherri, which is set to be produced by a very similar team to that behind the Wendy Williams show. And it's premiering September 12th to be exact. Are you going to be watching the Sherri Shepherd show? I am, just to kind of see what type of show it's going to be, how Sherri Shepherd is going to handle this new role in this prime time slot, right? You got some big shoes to fill, Sherri, so let's see if you can keep up. Anyway, the article goes on to read, the thing is, Wendy thinks that she has this loyalty, but at the end of the day, no one is going to turn Sherri down. This is what the source added. Yet it seems one of Williams's famous friends may be, heeding her request after all, and that is Nick Cannon. Now, you guys know, if you've been following my channel, this year, recently, or recent, I talked about Nick Cannon. I was happy that he got a show. Unfortunately, his show got canceled due to poor ratings. I think the show was poorly produced and directed, and Nick Cannon is not daytime material, in my opinion. I've said numerous times that I think that he would fit perfectly into a nighttime slot, but that's a very competitive slot, and I don't know if Nick Cannon would be able to, get granted with that prime slot, kind of like an Arsenio Hall type deal. I can see Nick Cannon doing that. Anyway, and not to mention, Nick Cannon got his hands full, literally, okay? He's having kids like left and right. And now that I think about it, one should be due anytime. Anywho, moving along, earlier this summer, Cannon allegedly turned down a request to promote Shepherd's new show from production company Debmar Mercury, reportedly citing that his loyalty to that he was loyal to Wendy Williams. So he refused to basically promote Sherri Shepherd's, new show out of loyalty to Wendy. That's what an insider claims. I can respect it. Nick Cannon has many jobs anyway. I wonder if that's why they gave him the boot, and they kind of they didn't really do a good job with promoting the show. I don't know. The set was weird. The guests were lackluster. The jokes were constantly about how many kids he has and will have. It was just blah. It was something to kind of fill a void that Wendy left when she, went on hiatus, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, Nick Cannon would not endorse her out of allegiance to Wendy. This is what an anonymous source told Page Six at the time. He wasn't cool with how they handled him and how they abruptly canceled his show and hustled everyone out of there and took their computers and ish. So they got Nick up out of there. But Nick, the show wasn't good. I don't know. Maybe Debmar Mercury had it out for you because you didn't want to play their game. I don't know, but it wasn't good. Yet it seems that Cannon's influence only goes so far. The thing is, Nick doesn't have his talk show anymore, so it's no skin off his nose to distance himself. This is what the aforementioned insider recently added. Now, The Sun was not Wendy's Sun, but The Sun, the media outlet, was the first news outlet to report on Williams' campaign against Shepherd's new talk show. I said in a video months ago that I think that Wendy Williams was trying to sabotage Sherri Shepherd by constantly saying that, she's coming back. And the Wendy Williams show Instagram page kind of had to play cleanup, and executives from or representatives from Debmar Mercury, they also had to kind of play cleanup as well and say, no, Wendy is not coming back. Like, she didn't bring us a doctor's note clearing her. They tried to keep as much hush as possible. But by Wendy going, public saying, yeah, I'll be back, being seen out on the town saying that she's returning, I'll be back real soon, real bizarre behavior. I guess it forced Debmar Mercury to come out and kind of like let the cat out of the bag. Now, in a separate video, I'm going to talk more about this Hollywood Reporter article that came out, the Daily Beast, Radar Online. All of these articles are coming out, and some of these ex-staffers and employees are like really spilling the tea. So I'm going to do that in a separate video. But as far as this is concerned, look, this is all alleged. We don't know if this is true. Considering that Wendy Williams' behavior has been a bit bizarre, for lack of a better word, I could believe this. She probably is not happy about the fact that her show really is gone. There was another article that I saw today, August 17, 2022, that said that read that Wendy Williams sometimes doesn't realize that her show is gone and canceled, and she's still saying that she's going to be back. So it's just all over the place. I find it very bizarre, though, that all of these articles came out on this day. Why? Why all of these articles back to back to back? All day I've been just reading comments, listening and watching commentary and reading these articles as they come out back to back to back. And I don't have a good feeling about this. Just continue to pray for Wendy, pray for her son, pray for her father, pray for her family, and the people who have access to her, or may not have access to her, I should say, that love and care about her near and far. And I mean that. So drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. I don't think, if this is true, I don't think that Wendy Williams' famous friends should, especially the housewives, should steer clear of Sherri Shepherd's show. Whenever you need to promote something, you have a business, you have a new venture or something, or a TV show, you want to promote that as much as you can. Marketing is expensive. So if you can hop on the Sherri Shepherd show and promote your show or your product, why the heck not? So I don't know. I understand what Wendy is saying, but Wendy hasn't been loyal to too many people in the business. She's loyal to herself, and she doesn't have any friends in the business. She said that herself. She chose her career over having friends in the business. There's no friends in show business. So this will be interesting to see how this all plays out. But something is not right. All these articles coming out today, something ain't right, y'all. Just continue to pray for Wendy. I'm signing off. I love you for watching. As always, until next time.